Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Containing or constituting or characterized by pleasing melody. A play or film whose action and dialogue is interspersed with singing and dancing. Characteristic of or resembling or accompanied by music. A musical speaking voice. Talented in or devoted to music. Comes from a very musical family. Characterized by or capable of producing music. A musical evening. Containing or constituting or characterized by pleasing melody. Of or relating to melody. Melodic harmony. Containing or constituting or characterized by pleasing melody. The melodious song of a meadowlark. Having a musical sound, especially a pleasing tune. A play or film whose action and dialogue is interspersed with singing and dancing. A play or film whose action and dialogue is interspersed with singing and dancing. Not containing or composed of salt water. English phonetician. One of the founders of modern phonetics, 1845 to 1912. In an affectionate or loving manner, sweet is sometimes a poetic or informal variant of sweetly. Susan Hayward plays the wife sharply and sweetly. Pleasing to the mind or feeling. Sweet revenge. With sweetening added. A food rich in sugar. Pleasing to the ear. Having a natural fragrance. The property of tasting as if it contains sugar. The taste experience when sugar dissolves in the mouth. Having a sweet nature befitting an angel or cherub. A sweet disposition. Not soured or preserved. Sweet milk. A dish served as the last course of a meal. Having or denoting the characteristic taste of sugar. Pleasing to the senses. The sweet song of the lark. Used of wines, having a high residual sugar content. Sweet dessert wines. Having a melody, as distinguished from recitative. Richly melodious. Smooth and flowing. Pleasing to the ear. The dulcet tones of the cello. Extremely pleasant in a gentle way. The most dulcet swimming on the most beautiful and remote beaches. With honey added. Pleasing to the ear. Expressing deep emotion. The dancer's lyrical performance. Suitable for or suggestive of singing. Pleasing to the ear. Pleasing to the ear. Smooth and flowing. Disclosing information or giving evidence about another. The act of singing vocal music. Richly melodious. Having a melody, as distinguished from recitative. Suitable for singing. Singable melody is the essence of music. Changed from a solid to a liquid state. Clear and bright. The liquid air of a spring morning. The state in which a substance exhibits a characteristic readiness to flow with little or no tendency to disperse and relatively high incompressibility. Filled or brimming with tears. Sorrow made the eyes of many grow liquid. smooth and unconstrained in movement. The liquid grace of a ballerina. In cash or easily convertible to cash. Liquid, or fluid, assets. A frictionless continuant that is not a nasal consonant, especially L and R. A substance that is liquid at room temperature and pressure. Existing as or having characteristics of a liquid, especially tending to flow. Water and milk and blood are liquid substances. Fluid matter having no fixed shape but a fixed volume. Smooth and flowing in quality, entirely free of harshness. The liquid song of a robin. Sung or uttered rhythmically in a monotone. A chanted psalm. A large orchestra can perform symphonies. Devoted to or appreciative of music. The most philharmonic ear is at times deeply affected by a simple air. Composing or characteristic of an orchestral group. Philharmonic players. Punishment for one's actions. You have to face the music. Any agreeable, pleasing and harmonious sounds. He fell asleep to the music of the wind chimes. An artistic form of auditory communication incorporating instrumental or vocal tones in a structured and continuous manner. Musical activity, singing or whistling, etc. His music was his central interest. Music, the sounds produced by singers or musical instruments, or reproductions of such sounds. Look through a book or other written material. Throw or toss with a quick motion. Flick a piece of paper across the table. Cuz to make a snapping sound. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. Shine unsteadily. The candle flickered. Flash intermittently. The lights flicked on and off. Twitch or flutter. The paper flicked. Cuz to move with a flick. He flicked his bic. A light sharp contact, usually with something flexible. He gave it a flick with his finger. A short stroke. Remove with a flick of the hand. Touch or hit with a light, quick blow. Flicked him with his hand. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. They went to a movie every Saturday night. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. Contend against an opponent in a sport, game, or battle. Princeton plays Yale this weekend. Pretend to have certain qualities or state of mind. She plays deaf when the news are bad. Manipulate manually or in one's mind or imagination. She played nervously with her wedding ring. A dramatic work intended for performance by actors on a stage. He wrote several plays but only one was produced on Broadway. The act using a sword, or other weapon, vigorously and skillfully. A weak and tremulous light. The play of light on the water. Gay or lighthearted recreational activity for diversion or amusement. It was all done in play. Activity by children that is guided more by imagination than by fixed rules. Freud believed in the utility of play to a small child. Consider not very seriously. She plays with the thought of moving to Tasmania. Cause to happen or to occur as a consequence. Play a joke. Replay, as a melody. She played the third movement very beautifully. Game. The activity of doing something in an agreed succession. It is still my play. Perform on a stage or theater. She acts in this play. Stake on the outcome of an issue. She played all her money on the dark horse. An attempt to get something. They made a futile play for power. A deliberate coordinated movement requiring dexterity and skill. The runner was out on a play by the shortstop. Engage in recreational activities rather than work. Occupy oneself in a diversion. On weekends I play. Cause to emit recorded audio or video. I'll play you my favorite record. Movement or space for movement. There was too much play in the steering wheel. Behave carelessly or indifferently. The removal of constraints. They gave full play to the artist's talent. Engage in an activity as if it were a game rather than take it seriously. They played games on their opponents. The act of playing for stakes in the hope of winning, including the payment of a price for a chance to win a prize. There was heavy play at the blackjack table. Verbal wit or mockery, often at another's expense but not to be taken seriously. In games or plays or other performances, the time during which play proceeds. Rain stopped play in the fourth inning. Play a role or part. Gielgud played Hamlet. Act or have an effect in a specified way or with a specific effect or outcome. This factor played only a minor part in his decision. A preset plan of action in team sports. The coach drew up the plays for her team. A state in which action is feasible. The ball was still in play. A theatrical performance of a drama. The play lasted 2 hours. Be at play. Be engaged in playful activity. Amuse oneself in a way characteristic of children. The kids were playing outside all day. Behave in a certain way. Play safe. Be performed or presented for public viewing. What's playing in the local movie theater? Bet or wager, money. He played $20 on the new horse. Cause to move or operate freely within a bounded space. The engine has a wheel that is playing in a rack. Discharge or direct or be discharged or directed as if in a continuous stream. Play water from a hose. Emit recorded sound. The tape was playing for hours. Employ in a game or in a specific position. They played him on first base. Exhaust by allowing to pull on the line. Play a hooked fish. Make bets. Play the casinos in Trouville. Move or seem to move quickly, lightly, or irregularly. The spotlights played on the politicians. Participate in games or sport. We played hockey all afternoon. Perform music on a musical instrument. He plays the flute. Perform on a certain location. The prodigy played Carnegie Hall at the age of 16. Play on an instrument. The band played all night long. Pretend to be somebody in the framework of a game or playful activity. Let's play like I am mommy. Put a card or piece into play during a game, or act strategically as if in a card game. He is playing his cards close to his chest. Shoot or hit in a particular manner. She played a good backhand last night. Use or move. I had to play my queen. Use to one's advantage. She plays on her client's emotions. Utilization or exercise. The play of the imagination. Make a film or photograph of something. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement. The film was shot on location. A thin sheet of, usually plastic and usually transparent, material used to wrap or cover things. Photographic material consisting of a base of celluloid covered with a photographic emulsion, used to make negatives or transparencies. A medium that disseminates moving pictures. Film coverage of sporting events. A thin coating or layer. The table was covered with a film of dust. Record in film. The coronation was filmed. A form of entertainment that enacts a story by sound and a sequence of images giving the illusion of continuous movement.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.